Hello, so today I wanted just to quickly talk about my top 5 recommendations for books for those who are in a digital marketing career. What I wanted to start with first was Building a StoryBrand by Donald Miller. It's a great little book, just making my second read through it now. It's all about clarifying your message. It takes sort of the story framework that you'd maybe see in films, television, and breaks that down to how that could be utilised in a business environment. And there's just been a couple of key points from clarifying your message, whether it's on your website, social content, email comms, anything like that. And then the other flip side of sort of reassessing and looking into your calls to action. So say on your website, do you have direct calls to action? And are they clear for what a customer should do, such as buy it now or booking an appointment? And then for secondary calls to action, do you use them to your advantage? So for example, say you want to be seen as experts in a field. One way to do this could be putting together some sort of PDF document of maybe say 5 tips in say video marketing, or 5 tips to improve your email marketing campaigns and things like that, and just give it to people for free, and that helps build on your brand. It's a fantastic book, one I'd recommend to everyone. Definitely worthwhile. Up next, slightly different one, is The Art and Business of Online Writing by Nicolas. Another great book. This one's probably more focused around writers, so I think it's specifically written about bloggers or online writers. So if you're writing on Medium, Vocal, you got your own blog, it's a fantastic book for that. But I also think it's very beneficial to those in a digital marketing career, because writing and communication is one of those key skills. No matter sort of what path you're going down, I think it's one that you can gain a lot of information from this book. I've only read through it once, but I think it's one I'm definitely going to be coming back to and really trying to utilise in some of the sort of strategy and tactics and advice he gives throughout the book. Again, that's another brilliant one. Next one is one I haven't got the physical book of anymore, but I've got the version on my Kindle, and it's Jab Jab Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. This one's a bit of an older book, so I think it came out possibly around 2018, not too sure on that one. But I do remember reading it a couple years ago. This one's really more focused in around social media marketing. So if you're a social media marketing manager, or if you have sort of any input, maybe you're, I guess similar to what my roles have been in the past, where you're a bit more, I guess you call it more T-shaped, so you focus around a broader spectrum of digital marketing activities. But this one's really great for getting an insight into social media marketing, how to produce great content, and not just, because I've seen it before with a lot of companies where you'll just post out continual things around your products. So you're just posting out information, trying to get people to buy, whereas if you just step back and start giving more to customers, you'll start to build up that relationship and actually get more from it. So although it is a couple of years old now, it is getting on a bit, I still think it's worth reading in 2022 and beyond. And then the next one, I don't actually have the book I was looking for, but I think the vast majority of Seth Godin books are certainly worth picking up. This one here is Linchpin. I think it's more of a broader spectrum one, so I think it's for those in any sort of career and you're trying to push forward and grow in your career. It's brilliant for that. So beneficial for digital marketers, but also in the broader spectrum if you're trying to push through in your career and grow. I think this is a brilliant book. And then one of his other ones that I think is definitely worth recommending and picking up if you haven't already is This Is Marketing. So that's more of a marketing focused one as compared to this one, but it's another great read by Seth Godin. Definitely one you should pick up. Next one, I wouldn't really class as a book. This is actually more of a workbook. So this is the 6th edition, The Digital Marketing Strategy, Implementation and Practice by Dave Chaffey. So I guess if you've done any sort of marketing or online courses, I know I recently did the Chartered Institute of Marketing, a 1-year course with them, a digital diploma in marketing, and this was one of the reading materials that was required for the course. It's not a book you're going to sit down in a coffee shop, you're going to read through. It's not like a Seth Godin book where you'll have a bit more of a flow and a story with it. It is a workbook. Again, some of the information I think is aged a little bit, but at its core, a lot of like the strategy side of things and the tactics it talks about in marketing, I still think is fairly relevant today. So if you are starting off in a marketing career, I think you can get some core information around marketing as a whole from this book. And even if you've been working in a role for a couple of years, I always think it doesn't hurt expanding your horizons. So if this isn't something you've looked into, it is probably the most expensive of all these books. I luckily got it through work, but if you can, definitely worth reading. It is a bit of a mammoth, I'm not going to lie. So there are my 5 recommendations of books for digital marketers. There is a few little bonus ones I wanted to throw in at the very end. So one I've got here that I finished reading I think last year is The Art of War. I know it's not really technically a marketing book, but throughout my career I've had a lot of people recommend this book to me. It really focuses in around strategy at its core, and yes, it is in regards to war itself, but I think there is some key insights you can take from that book and apply it to an extent in your marketing campaigns and activities. So that's a little bonus one. A few other ones, these are currently on my TBR, so if these are books you have read or you're looking to read, it'd be good to hear your advice on it, but these will be ones I'll probably be picking up in the next few months to year or so. So the first one is Influence, and this is by Robert B. Cialdini. I hope I said that one right. I probably didn't. And the bulk of what I know from this one is, from my understanding, this was more written as his way of, I guess, warning people of how maybe marketers and salespeople historically were, not exactly, but to an extent, taking advantage of people, manipulating people through their campaigns and doing all this. So it was more written to the consumer to see how they were being used to make them aware of how marketers were using different strategies and tactics. It is an older book from what I'm aware of, but I do think there's a lot of like interesting insights into the psychology of people, why they buy things and everything like that. So that's one I'm definitely going to be looking into in hopefully the next couple of months or so. So these next few ones you might see a little bit of a trend with. So in my current marketing career, one area I'm trying to sort of specialize and get more skills around is going to be storytelling. So I find that that's sort of a key area, whether you're doing any sort of content, any video marketing, is just to understand the key essences around building a good story. And I think that can have advantages in your marketing content as well. So the first one I have on my TBR is Wired for Story, and that is by Lisa Cron. Hopefully I'm saying that one right. The next one was The Science of Storytelling by Will Storr. The next one after that is The Storytelling Animal by Jonathan Gottschall. Again, I probably butchered that naming. Yeah, so there were my 5 recommendations for digital marketers. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know below what books you're currently reading now. And for my TBR list, if you've actually read any of them already, it'd be great to know what you think. And see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.